Hello everyone, I'm Drewuno, and welcome to Kill a Black Swan. It's a detective murder mystery found on Game Jolt, and that's about all I know about it. So let's start, shall we? A young man was killed. Being a detective, that's nothing new for me. But let me tell you, this case changed my life. Why? I'm going to tell you. My name is not irrelevant. I'm just an ordinary man doing his job. Solving crime cases has always been my dream, since I was a kid, I guess. It's been a few years, but I still remember that one case. The murder, which is known as the Black Swan case. Thinking about it now, it's kinda ironic, but let me start from the beginning. One thing you should know beforehand, people always see what they want to see, and they hear what they want to hear. Sorry for being so cryptic, but I promise it'll make sense eventually. So there was this mansion. Audrey. I cannot talk. His wife found his body not long ago. Eventually she was not able to answer my questions right at that moment. I understand. I will take a look around if that's okay. She nodded and I went to the crime scene. There was a chalk on the ground and lots of glass. I look up, I saw that one of the windows was broken. He was obviously pushed out the window. Their home sure is big, and it seems that the level of surveillance is quite high on the property. I figured that it must have been someone who had access to it. Well, obviously. Maybe it was one of their staff members, or the wife herself. Yeah, right, it's always the wife, isn't it? I decided to go back to her, and maybe I could get something out of her after all. She was still in tears when I slowly approached her. What do you want? My apologies again, madam. I'd like to know who was there when it happened. It's Friday afternoon, so only Kane was at the house. He's our cleaner. Where is he now? I think he's speaking with one of your colleagues. Thank you, madam. I'm sorry. I've always been so bad with all of these condolences stuff. Well, whatever. Maybe that cleaner knew something. I saw him across the yard. On the other hand, some of my colleagues were going into the house to inspect the crime scene, I guess. I wanted to see the crime scene first. Maybe there was some hints. It took a while to reach the room. Damn, that place was huge. When I arrived, I was surprised to find that it was a guest bedroom. That window doesn't look very broken, like someone went through it. Why would the man of the house be in that room? I saw the broken window and other things. Oh, point and click! Fantastic, broken window. The window that caused the victim's death, well, unintentionally, of course. Doesn't look like someone went through it, though. This window's closed. This one looks undamaged. There are two glasses. Looks like someone drank wine recently. Oh, a love affair? One of the glasses has something on it. Looks like lipstick. Ah, love affair! Did the victim and his wife drink wine before it happened? Maybe it was an accident, but wouldn't she have hidden the glasses then? Or did he have an affair with some woman? Ah! I'm ahead of you, dude. This box is empty. Well, that's a sad box. It's a personal photo of the victim. Some photos, I'm not interested in these personal lives. I just want to solve the case. Well, you get to know the person. Some painting, I'm pretty sure, has nothing to do with the murder. Sorry, I was just clicking. An average painting you'd find in every guest room. What does that mean? It's a chest. There's probably treasure in it. Okay, I'm not really good at making jokes. What's this? For decoration purposes, I guess. Not important. Everything is important. You're not a very good detective, are you? Alright, is that it? Is that all the things? That's all the things. Go back. Am I done here? What? No, I guess. I don't know. Is there more? That's about it. Treasure chest. Yeah, treasure. Yeah, I guess I'm done here. Yes. I left the house. I didn't want to miss my chance to talk with the cleaner. Can I help you? Maybe could you tell me what happened? Sure. I was cleaning the foyer when the landlady came home. Where had she been? I interrupted him. I needed to know everything. She was with a friend. Her name is Sarah, I think. I made a mental note to ask Audrey about her later. Thanks. Please go on. When she came home, she seemed to be in a good mood. She came back from a fun day, so I guess that's natural. Makes sense. Right. Anyway, I was just about to call it a day when I heard an ear-piercing scream echoing through the house. That was when she found the body? Yes. Didn't you hear the window breaking? I'm usually listening to music when nobody else is here. When she arrives, I took out my headphones. Damn it. So the murder must have occurred before his wife arrived. Or not. The house is pretty big. He could have overheard it even without the headphones. Nobody else was at the home? What was this must look like, but I didn't kill him, I swear. You have nothing to worry about if you're innocent. I don't emphasize the if. He seemed to be worried enough already. I guess. Everything's happening so fast. I'm afraid I can't really tell you much more. That's fine. You already helped a bit. Really? I'm glad. If you need anything, you can stop by at my apartment. Here's my address. All right. I think I just got a date with a cleaning man. Oh, detective, do you have any news? Oh, sorry. Oh, detective, do you have any news? Indeed. There are 2 glasses of wine in the guest room. One of it has lipstick on it. ... I know. I figured as much. Can you elaborate? I found the room like that. I didn't touch anything. I can't really explain it. This looks like... I know what it looks like. I know he just died, but maybe it's true. Maybe he was meeting someone else and things didn't go according to plan. That's what I was thinking. Do you know who could it be? You know? What? Do you know who could be? You know? Oh, you know. He has not many female friends. Had. There was a girl, Ellen. She used to jog with him, and they went to the same yoga courses. A yoga course, huh? Yes, he was always wanting to stay fit. Do you have an address? Unfortunately, no, but they always went for a jog in the park. I see. Maybe I can meet her there. Someone else? There's also Sarah. Who is Sarah? Your cleaner said you were with her when it happened. That's right. We spent the day together. What did you do? She frowned, as if my question was too personal, but she answered anyways. Just girl stuff. Shopping, talking, you name it. What about his enemies? Oh, he had no enemies. He was very selective, shy sometimes. Maybe that's why he hadn't many friends either. So? Besides, Ellen and if you count Sarah. There was only Rob, and they were best friends, bros, they used to say. Where can I find him? He owns a nightclub in downtown. She gave me the address. I decided to pay a visit later. I also inquired Sarah's address, and it turned out she just lived a few streets further away from Audrey. How do I get Audrey's address? Whatever. That should be enough for today. Thanks, detective, for everything. Oh, that's right. Audrey's the lady I'm talking to. That's my job. I hope you solve the case soon.
Me too.
I decided to visit Sarah's. Let's see what kind of girl she is. That is really loud. Turning that down. I knocked a few times, but nobody opened the door. Maybe she wasn't at home. Suddenly the door flew open with a crash. Whoa. Gosh, what the actual... Wait, are you the detective? Seems like it... Oh, seems like it, miss. Oh, hell. You already know? Audrey called me, but she was too agitated to tell me what exactly happened. But basically, yeah, her husband is dead, right? I nodded and told her everything we knew so far. Oh, yeah, just tell her everything. I told her about the thing with the window. If she was shocked by the news, she didn't show it. She just took another sip of her glass and stared at me. Drunk. It looked like she couldn't care less. So, who did it? That's what I want to find out. Oh, I see. You think I did it, right? I didn't say that. I just want to ask you a few questions. I didn't know him that well. I usually spend my time with Audrey. She didn't want him to be a part of our girl stuff. Still, I have questions. It's just a routine, you know. Okay, shoot. I couldn't help but to think that this was the kind of... I couldn't help but think that this was kind of an awkward wording, but I didn't comment. What should I ask her? Where have you been today? Did you have an affair with the victim? That is all. Where have you been today? Where have I been today? Where have you been today? I spent the day with Audrey. I'm sure she told you. Well, yeah. She shared a taxi, and after that we dropped her off at her house and went home. Makes sense, I guess. Yes, it does. Oh, okay. She called me shortly afterwards. Thanks. What else?
Did you have an affair with the victim?
I'm sorry to be personal, but did you have an affair with the victim? Me? I barely knew the man. No, indeed. To get all defensive. No need to get all defensive. It was just a question. And I just answered, no. Okay. Sorry. Girl sure is tempered. What should I ask her? That's all, dude. Peace out.
Thanks for your time.
Just catch that murderer. Afterwards, I had to go to the park and keep an outlook for Ellen. I've been told she and the victim would go jogging together. Sometimes they had been in the same yoga course. The park wasn't that big, and I was able to find a woman which could be her. For all I know, it's just some random lady walking to the park. For a moment, I tried to keep up with her, but she was much more athletic than me. She introduced herself as Ellen, but she kept running. Oh, there you go. When I broke the news, she stopped, though. He is dead? Who did this to him? That's what I want to find out. You're saying he was pushed out of a window. Apparently. That is so horrible. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine what his wife is going through right now. She shattered. She shattered. Shattered? She shattered. She shattered. Oh. Never mind. Ellen fell silent. I couldn't read her face, but she seemed to be in shock. Can you tell me something about him? Oh, can you tell me? I'm reading myself. Can you tell me something about him? He was always so calm and quiet. He was always so easy to be around with. Actually, that's why I chose him as a jogging partner. I see. He was very reclusive. If I hadn't dragged him to the yoga course, he wouldn't have had the courage to go there. That yoga course? It's on Saturdays. He was the only guy in our group. I understand. Did you have any contact with someone else from that group? No, I don't think so. He'd always stick with me. Could you think of anyone who could be the murderer?
Just straight up ask her.
No, absolutely not. That was not very helpful. Also, it was getting dark, and I still had another place I wanted to visit. I'm not sure if this is a murder. He could have fallen out the window, like tripped. But again, that window looked weird. It wasn't correct. Anyways, thank you for your help. That was everything? Will you find the murderer? I will, and yes. That is it for the time being. If you need me, I'll be here over the weekend. I'll make sure to contact you again, thanks. It was getting late, and my last stop would be the nightclub. I wanted to know what kind of guy that Rob is. It was loud in the club, and it took me forever to get to Rob. Some security guy thought my badge was fake. What a prick. You want to talk to me, detective? Yes, can we talk somewhere quieter? Sure thing. Sure thing. He led me to a closed area. Finally, some silence. That should be better. I'm sorry to be the bringer of unpleasant news, but I told him about his best friend's death. God, how I hate doing this. He listened to me carefully. His expression didn't change at first, but then he cried. He cried a lot. It was his best friend after all. I cannot. Take your time. I know this is hard. Who would have done this to him? He never hurt a fly. I will find out, I promise. But first, I need you to answer some questions. Sure, anything. What should I ask him? How was your relationship? Where have you been today? You work here? You work here? At this nightclub? Yes, it's kind of hard sometimes, but it pays the bills. He always wanted to help me with the club, but that's not really his cup of tea, you know. He had better off in some office. He was always so shy. I mean, gosh. His wife said you were best friends. Can you confirm that? Yes, we were. He didn't have many friends, and I heard. Sometimes he'd visit me in the club, and he was not very outgoing person. He just did it for me. What did you do in your free time? Well, the unusual, watching football. The watching football, working out, playing video games. I can't believe he's never seen each other ever again. Where have you been today? Have you seen the victim? He was at his house, or mansion, more like it. His wife was out, and he asked me to spend some time together. Can the staff confirm this? I don't think anyone saw me. It's Friday, so there's only Kane there. He was probably cleaning some room while I was there. I'm sorry. Now I knew that at least 3 people were there. Audrey, Kane, and Rob. When you left, he was still alive, right? What are you implying? Of course he was. I wouldn't kill my best friend. Sorry, I just had to ask that question. Thanks, that's all. You can find me here if you need me. I'm working here every day, even when the club isn't open. I'm actually having to work for my money, unlike other people. Whoa, where did that come from? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I just don't know what to feel right now. I guess I'm just angry. You'll hear from me. Yes. I had some leads. I knew I could finish that case quickly. In fact, it only took me 2 days. I was sure that it wasn't an accident. Someone killed him, and I knew it was one of them. Audrey, she seemed like disbanded, but maybe she knew more than she would let on. That cleaner Kane, is that stuttering and anxious behavior just an act? Ellen, the sports enthusiast, a guy doing yoga, don't get me wrong, that's totally fine, but maybe he had other intentions than just staying fit. Rob sounded kind of jealous. He was to work hard for his money, and maybe he was envious on his bro's lifestyle, or his wife. I don't know much about Sarah yet. Audrey had made her sound like your typical rich girl. I called it a day. The next morning I had to plan my steps wisely. I knew I hadn't enough time to visit all the places. I just needed to trust my instincts on where to go. There were 5 places I had to go. I figured I could only manage to visit 3. Where should I go? I'm gonna end it here. Make this a 2-parter. HPH. Anyways, leave a like if you like this. I kind of liking this game myself. Might play it any if you don't like it, but it always does help. So, without further ado, I'm Drewuno. See ya.